We'll try them for this. I'm just running a 1/8 ounce bullet, and I think this is a 2/0 extra wide gap. Boy, my eyes ain't what they used to be. Probably too small of a hook for this, but it's all right, John. Let's just fish and have fun. Skin hook it. This is Carolina rigging. We'll see if I can get out there to the deep fish. And I backlashed. It's okay. I just went from 2 or 3 reels that were casting really good to one that's I almost spooled it. Good day. I didn't get out there that far. I don't have enough line on this thing. Huh. I wonder why I did that. Look, nowhere near enough line on that reel. I'm going to have to fix that. My reel's messed up. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Look. It doesn't have any. Oh man, that sucks. This is a nice reel too. The anti-reverse bearing's gone out in it. All right. Man. What the? Do I got a switch on it thrown or something? Carolina rigging. I never had much patience for this shit. It catches a lot of bass though. I don't understand that anti-reverse doing that shit. It's sluggish. It's working. It's just sluggish. I'm only running about a foot leader on this thing. Okay, well, me and this reel ain't getting along worth a shit. Yeah, this ain't good. Not enough line on it. I got the damn mag turned almost all the way up. This thing cast good the other day. I don't know what I've done to it. Maybe I banged it into something or something. Look how little line it's got on it. This one's going to have to go back on the bench and see what's wrong with it. Get some new line on it too. Huh. It's crazy. Okay, so that's a flipping switch. That's a flipping switch. I like the setup. It feels good. It's got a good weight to it. Just the reel's malfunctioning, and needs better line or more line on it, so I'm going to have to re-spool it. Pull the anti-reverse bearing out of it and take all the grease and oil out of it and just put it back in there dry, and it'll be all right. It's gotten sluggish. Let's see if I throw this thing over here in front of this little bass, how he acts to it. He might not even be there now. He's done got too hot for him. The little fish are following it. They think it's cool as hell. These Silver Max are supposed to be some of the best reels that Garcia has made in recent years. I got the Black Maxes. I got 2 or 3 of them. I really like them. I pick them up used whenever I find them. I think it's about time to go ultralight. Just try to catch a fish. Don't know. Gotta fix it. Oh, this is John. Well, my lights don't want to work. Anyway, don't have much to work on right now. I don't have any reels here to work on, but I went fishing this morning. I can't do a lot. I have to stand on the bank. I can't do any reel fishing, like wade fishing, creeks and stuff that I love to do. And honestly, I'm getting pretty old for that. It's hard on the knees and hips, and you fall, break a hip at my age, not a good thing. But I was fishing Carolina rig, and there's 3 problems with this reel. Love the rod and reel setup, but the anti-reverse went out on it while I was fishing with it. I did not catch a fish. So it wasn't nothing with the fish did to it. It just ain't working. I've never seen anything like that before. And the other problem with it is, wow, that drag's really rough. I don't have enough line spooled on it. And because I'm using it with a Carolina rig, as much as I hate braid, I'm going to spool some braid on it. So let's see what the problem is with this thing. See if we can figure it out. I think I'm doing it right. That's supposed to come off of there. This is an Ambassadeur Silver Max. Really good reel. There it goes. Ooh, it's dirty. These are some of the better reels that I've ever owned for straight up bass fishing. Wow, look at the dirt on that thing. I don't guess I've ever been into this reel. I think it casts really good, but I'll probably go ahead and clean those bearings anyway. I'm assuming to get to that bearing, I got to take that pin out. I may just throw some lube on that and be done with it. It's casting pretty good. I don't need to replace the bearings. I'll just lube them good. I'll take that one out and clean behind it. Yeah, I was just throwing like a 3/8 ounce bullet with I forget, it was a Kevin Van Dam worm, I think. I can't remember which one. And it cast really well. And when my first retrieve back with it, I realized that something wasn't right. Something wrong, as they say. There's the bearing. Good time of day. Yeah, that one needs a good cleaning. So I can tell you by looking at this reel, I've never been into it. Sometimes I win these reels in a box of reels, and I'm like, yeah, it's new. I'm not going to fish with it. And then I'll throw it into, throw it on a shelf or whatever, and then I get ready to go fish. I'm thinking, man, that'd be cool on a reel to fish with, on a rod. I'll throw it on a rod and go fishing and be like, oh man, this thing fishes good. So that's kind of how it went with this one, I guess. I really do like the way this reel fishes. It does appear to be missing a weight, or maybe it just didn't have it from the factory. I don't know. So we're just going to do like a little quick cleaning as we go. This is not going to be a all out put every part in the parts washer kind of deal. That'll just get just a little drop of oil down in there. Like I said, it's casting like a dream. Doesn't backlash. It's just a very controllable reel. I like the Ambassadors. That's what I use the most of the new stuff. Yeah, it's so dirty. I can tell you, I've never cleaned on this. I've never cleaned on this reel. They are what they are. They're a plastic reel. They're kind of throwaway. They're not really, you can rebuild them, and we're going to clean it up. Clean it, lube it, give it some love. Put some braid on it. Don't know what size braid I got here. I think I got some 40. Would probably work fine. I don't need a lot of capacity. I just need that quick hook set. Too much stretch when you're fishing deep with a Carolina rig to use mono. Even if you put like 20-pound mono on, it's too much stretch. Plus you lose cast. You lose your ability to cast distance with heavy mono. So we're just going down here, and well, if the anti-reverse not working, it's kind of hard to take it apart, isn't it? There we go. Not real dirty in there. We'll just kind of wipe it down. I'm going to keep everything in order as it comes off. All those go in order just like that. There's a shim and a bearing. This is a, I'm going to say it's like a 6-ball bearing reel. Yeah, 6 bearing reel. There's a bearing in there. Let's pull it out. It'll come out. Oh yeah. We'll clean that up. That's all that's in there. I don't see a spring. Usually I have a spring in there. Don't see that on this one. But I feel pretty confident that the problem with this is going to 100% be just the anti-reverse bearing. All right. Pull the side cover. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of it. I'll deal with that line after I get it all back together. It looks like it's got like 12 or 14 pound mono on it. I would have put that on there because first thing I do when I get a reel in, I strip the line off of them. I have several of these Silver Max. Well, I've got this Silver Max and several Black Max. Like them. Oh, is there another screw? There is. Right there. Oh, it's still tight. Okay, that bearing can come out, be cleaned. There is your anti-reverse bearing. I'm going to take a look at the drag and the rest of this. Well, let's see what the level line looks like. It might could use a little cleaning. There's your anti-reverse bearing. I have never been into this, so I can't blame me for over-greasing it. I can't blame myself. So we'll throw some grease, some oil on that. That's for the flipping switch. It's like Let's see how it works there. So when you push this in, that comes down, this pops it out. Watch something go flying. Let's take these two, let's take all that off actually. And we'll clean that. So here's your flipping switch. It kicks it back. So that's all good. That's my other cover screw. It came in from the back side. Don't want to forget that. I'm debating whether I want to pull that level line out and give it a good cleaning. But this goes all together like this. And it definitely needs some cowls on it. It was rough. There's how that goes. This will stay in there, I guess. I don't see any point in taking it out. Unless I got to take it out to get to that. Gonna think on it for a minute here. Yeah, I have never touched this reel. I can tell you that. It doesn't have any fresh lube in it. It's got old, nasty lube in it. Let's take this off. Like that. It's dirty. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take this whole reel apart for this because it was working way too well. We'll take some WD-40 and we'll give it a little sponge bath. Just get some of that dirt off of there. It's funny I don't show these new reels as much love as I do my vintage stuff that I get in, but yeah, it is what it is. Wow, that is pretty grungy, I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty bad. I almost feel bad here. Yeah, I really should do more for it than what I am, but we're gonna go like this. Sorry I'm being quiet. I'm just concentrating on making sure I get all of it good and done. Might cast too good now. It was just right. Okay. Can't remember if I put oil in that one or not. We'll hit some more into it. Hit that one again. That one again. That one again. Is that all the bearings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I bet there's one under here. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if we can see it. Well, I'm glad I checked that. It's loose. That whole piece is about to fall off of there. That's odd. Yeah, there's the last bearing. Excuse me. It's really hot here. Got out to the pond, and wow, that's all I got to say. The fish, you know, they act weird when it's hot, but it's just part of fishing, man. You know, there's people out there fishing tournaments and this hot stuff, and they're doing fine. You gotta know where they're deep. I'm not a good deep water fisherman. Don't do real well with bottom contact baits. I'm trying to teach myself. When I was fishing tournaments, I was horrible at it. I would just, if I would go into it with the mentality that if it was hot, I wasn't going to win. There just wasn't any way I wasn't going to win. Woe is me. If I had the mentality then that I have now, I probably would have done a lot better. My mentality is now I'm going to try anything, whether I'm good at it or not. This is Ballistol. It won't hurt the plastic. I've used it for years on guns. I'm sorry, firearms. Are we allowed to say guns on YouTube? That kind of stuff. Okay, a couple things I do want to clean. As soon as my parts washer gets warmed up. We'll clean this and this, and possibly this. Yeah, that just looks like it just got gummy, to be honest with you. I think I can take this apart. I know I can get the rollers out of there. I don't know if I want to take it all the way apart or not. Wow, it's just really greasy. I don't normally put a lot of grease on these things. You know, it could be too, this thing sat in the back of my car, my Jeep, and it got really hot before I went to the lake the other day, or pond. And it may have just gotten the grease might have just melted down on it. I wonder if I can push that out of there with something. Maybe not. It's in there pretty good. May just try cleaning it out like that. There's all kinds of gunk coming out of it. It's going to have to be washed. It's got a lot of junk piled up in behind. That's what's keeping it from working. It seems like on the Shimano's you can push them out of there. I may be going to ruin it. Nah, it's not going to work. Well, I'm just going to try to put it in the parts washer, the ultrasonic, see if it'll take all the grease out of it. So as soon as my parts washer gets warm, I'll clean a couple of these parts up and we'll put it back together. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I feel pretty confident. I got that anti-reverse bearing cleaned out. I got the gear cleaned out. Let's get the gear lubed up and put it back in there. I've already put the cowls on that bottom drag. I've lubricated all this. We're going to use some of this Boca Lightning lube here. You don't want to go too heavy. It will slow a reel down. So push it into the teeth. Take the extra. I'm putting a couple of key places on the reel here, like these jacks. Put some there. Go on like that. And we're going to put some cowls on this big drag washer. The drag was really sticky on it. I'll put that in there. Here's your top press plate. Wipe it down good. I'm already forgetting how the thing went together. I know that this goes like this. And those springs go down on there. What I'm trying to remember is this went in first. This bearing was actually into the, yeah, okay. That was into the cover. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. This will have to go up into the cover also. They can go into the cover now, like that. We're going to put a drop of oil in each one of those rollers. Doesn't take a lot. You don't want to, I think it had grease in it. I do grease them. You've seen me do it in some of my videos, but I wouldn't say it's preferred method. These could could go either way. This D-shaped, I can't remember if it which way it was in there. I'm gonna go with that way right there, and we'll see how it feels when we get it back together. Let's go ahead and put the screws in it. Yeah, when it gets hot like this, those bass are deep. Our the pond I go fishing at 16 foot in the middle, so it's not super deep. I'm using a pretty small hook. I don't necessarily have to use braid, but if I ever want to go anywhere else, if I'm going to set this up for Carolina rigging, I will just go ahead and set it up where I can fish with it anywhere, with a Carolina rig. So it's going to get upgraded here. I've got some 30-pound braid, which will work fine. And then this last screw goes in right here. If I can get it in there. Golly, dang. Wow. Yep. That's for hands smaller than mine. Yeah, this reel could have stood a complete rebuild, but yeah. We'll show you how we do the quick and easy. I put that anti-reverse bearing in the ultrasonic for a couple of minutes, 2 cycles at a couple of minutes. That bearing goes in right there. And let's clean this cap good. This cap gets one of these rubber washers in it. Poke it down in there and throw some oil to it. Let's see, let's go with some pin oil there, it'll be fine. And then this little brass piece actually goes in like that. Probably could have gave that a little bit of oil too. Let's pop it back out. We'll give that just a little bit of go fast oil. It's a little rough. And then this can go back on. Easier to put it on now than after the handle's on it. And you don't want to behave. These caps are hard to get for these reels. I don't know why. Because you can get them, but it's telling it's calling the right people and telling them the right model number. I don't know what it is. It's just really hard to find the right information, but that tells a lot right there. I think this was made 2010, maybe January 2010. This bearing can go in just like that. Then you had this shim, and this is your whole entire spring pack clicker for the drag. We'll give that just a hair bit of grease right there, just a little bit. And goes the clicker. All right, it's going to act funny till we get the spool back in there and all that good stuff, but let's go ahead and put the handle on it. Get the shim goes in there like that. And the handle goes on, and then this nut. And remember, it's left-hand reel, so it's left-hand thread. I think that's tight enough. Yeah. perfect. And put your retaining screw on there. That keeps everything together. It's working now. All right, fixed. Fixed is fixed, right? All right, just like I do on my, gosh, this is a mess. What in the devil, John? I don't even know where the end is. Start pulling it off of there. This is going to be a mess to get up in there. I need to pull it tight. Let's just pull it off. This is not the way I normally do it. There's not much line on here. I was spooling it on every cast just about, so it doesn't take a lot of line anyway. These reels don't have a lot of capacity. They're not made to fight Moby Dick across the Atlantic Ocean. You know, they're freshwater reels. They're shallow. They're made to cast smooth. This reel has a really cool looking spool. It's got it's been lightened up with the holes and stuff. It's really nice. It's almost like a BFS, but it's not a BFS. I got a mess of line on the floor. I got to take care of that. Dispose of it properly. Well, I can tell you right now, I didn't put that line on there. That line came in on this reel. I'm pretty sure of it. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I did. Let's see what it looks like when we get to the end here. Yeah, maybe I did. I probably did. There's the end of the mess. So I'm going to hold that really tightly like that. I take these small cutters that I got at Harbor Freight, and they're not going to cut it. There it goes. They didn't want to cut it. All right, let's get this mess up off the floor here. Do not throw that away into your trash can. That stuff right there is bad for the environment. I will make sure that gets to a recycler. Put it in a baggie. With the rest of my lines. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled program here. Let's put some good oil right here on this. Good oil there and some good oil right there. That's pretty dirty still. Yeah, that was pretty dirty. Let's clean it up just a little bit. And this is this spool locks in. So you have to get the teeth lined up on it. Like that. And then you tighten down this release screw. .2 to 1. Let's see how the drag feels. It's better. It's not locked up now. Man, you really got to put some pressure to it. Is it moving in my finger? No. Huh. It almost locked down. I've never run that much drag, but damn. Okay. I hope it casts as good as it did before I messed with it, because it was really casting nice. This is your flipping switch. You see it just, it goes into free spool as soon as you release that. Okay. Let's see how it, let's put this back to minimum. Let's see how it spins. That's not bad. Whoops. Some guys are coordinated enough to spin the freaking handle and get them to spin. I never can do it, but all right, we're gonna put some braid on it, put it on the rod, and I may come back with a video of me casting this thing next time I get to the pond and do a little Carolina rigging. This is John Fish. Take a kid fishing, teach him how to use a bait caster. Ain't nothing to it. Don't let it scare you. They're fun to cast. Talk to you later. All right. Trying to find the pattern up here. Plus, I want to try this. I fixed this rod, this reel yesterday, and I put it on a new rod. Well, I guess I had it on this rod the other day. But it's my new Carolina rig set up. I really feel like this might be the trick on this pond because these fish are very, very finicky. And everything got twisted up in the Jeep. Took me a while to get out here this morning. Road was blocked. Cops had the road blocked off. Apparently a tree has fallen. They had VDOTs out here moving big ass trees. That was fun. God, dog it. Are you kidding me? Come on. Let's try this thing out. Let's see how it casts. I put braid on. You know I hate braid. Everybody knows me knows I hate braid, but when you're fishing deep, not that this lake's real deep, but I'll use this Carolina rig a lot of places, not just here. It helps you get that hook set a little quicker. We're going out on the noisy dock. Don't know why it's sinking in back there like it is. Weird. I'm gonna throw out here to the deep end and see what I can get. And I backlashed. Why not? Oh, you know what? I didn't have the mag set right on. I hate braid, but I'll get used to it. Y'all just go on and laugh. Just go on and laugh. There we go. Wasn't too bad. Yeah, I got the reel set up pretty loose. I'll go ahead and leave that out there for a minute or two while I'm thinking about this. Been a minute or two since I fished a Carolina rig, but how I always did it was just kind of drag and stop and then go back just a little bit. I'm running an 18-inch leader, so I'll go back maybe a foot. Bugs are bad this morning. They always are up here though. Not feeling much structure on the bottom. This is mostly a silt bottom pond for the most part. They have little, like, pots made out there out of like PVC pipe or whatever to protect the smaller fish. Let's see what happens now. Yeah. It still tried to backlash on me. Okay, that's fine. This thing's casting really good, and the anti-reverse is working on it again. That's what broke on it yesterday. Took it home and fixed it. Been told I probably should go to a 65-pound. Whoops. Braid. This is 40. No, this is 30. They say it will cast better. So that may be a thing. I've got some 65 at the house. Capacity is not the issue with Carolina rigging. It's feeling the bite and the braid definitely, and feeling the bottom so you know what you're fishing. Man, you're watching that line. If you're on a really windy lake, it's almost impossible. But on calm water like this, you can watch that line and you can see when something just taps on it. And that's the advantage of braid that I will say has over mono. Plus on the hook set, let's just say I was fishing a big old bluegill right there. He attacked the bead on the, they're attacking the bead on the line. Well, you guys just trying to make it fun, aren't you? I'll try to get this thing adjusted a little bit better here. All right, let's see if I can't cast without a big backlash this time. That's a horrible cast. Hold on. Can't seem to get it to go where I want it to. What in the devil? All right, joke's on me. That's horrible, but we'll play with it. See, that water's only like 5 foot deep right there. It's not deep at all. I like the way it's set up. I just got to work on my cast. The reel's working great now. The instant anti-reverse is working. Apparently the instant anti-reverse bearing was full of grease, had dried up, and it would work, but it was slow working. That looked like something was pulling on it there. Let me try her out through here, just for giggles. I should be able to cast about twice as far as what I'm casting with this thing. Ooh, there's a bee. He can go away. This is on a Burritas. I was using this on the coast as an inshore rod, but I got two of these, one in spinning and one in bait casting. Both really good rods. I was using them both on the coast. I decided to go a different route there for my plugging rod, popping rod. I'm going to keep playing here in the shallows because there's plenty of bass around. They're just small, but I almost want to get a bass. I don't care whether it's a big, huge bass or not. Hold on. Terrible cast. Okay, let's put it back in the same spot 3 times in a row. God dang, John. Nothing like embarrassing yourself on video, but that's the way it goes. I can't get it to lob for some reason. Something's biting it. They're playing with it. I got an Eco Helgramite on here. Wow, that's odd. It's like something was pulling on it, but I wasn't very deep. Something's just not right with this thing. Hold on. Maybe I got it tightened down too far. I just want to get a little bass on it and see what it does. I know this Eco Helgramite will catch a bass because I've caught bass up here on it just in the last week or so. Let's see if I can get a nice cat. That's better. I'll take it. Hey, I'm not past running a Carolina rig on a spinning outfit if I have to get the cast out there, especially on this little lake. There's no shame in it. That's what I'm trying to say. I went with this green line so I could see it. I've got some yellow 65, so it'd work too. You're doing a lot of line watching on Carolina rig. Not as hot this morning as it was yesterday morning when I was out here. The bass that I'm seeing are up shallow. Let's see if I can get a little shallow cast and not put it in the trees. Or backlash it. Good time of day. How did I go with a little bitty cast like that and backlash that? My thumb was on it. This ain't no good. Nope. This ain't no good at all. This is when I catch a fish, is when I'm backlashed like this. Every damn time. I caught my personal best bass on Smith Mountain Lake, an 8-pounder on a backlash. First cast, jig and pig on Rocky Point on a windy day. Blew the reel up. I was trying to pick the backlash up, and while I left the lure out there, and while I was trying to pick out the backlash, which I never did get out of it, I had to cut it out later. That's how bad I blew it. Bass hit, and I started hand lining it in, and there's fish like crazy hitting that thing. Look at that. Big old bluegill come up and hit it. Come on, where's your bass brothers at? Send them over here. All right, let's see if I can cast it now without. Not good. Got the thing working too slick, didn't I? No doubt if I wanted to go ultralight today, I would catch some of these little bluegill and stuff. No doubt in my mind. Just can't seem to cast it very accurately, but I've got it casting pretty good. I might need to peg that weight. It could be the weight sliding down and causing the line to helicopter. That looks like a bumblebee. Huh. Not exactly a Carolina rigging technique, going shallow. It's a deep bait. I just want to catch a bass on the dang thing. Something's tapping on it. Parked the Jeep in the shade. It's won't be so dang hot when I get in there. Like I said, I had to go all the way around, like 4-mile trip around the back way to get in here this morning, because I followed a cop up in here. It actually was 2. They were partners. You don't see that very often anymore. Maybe one was training the other. And they stopped in front of me with VDOT. They were following some VDOT heavy equipment in, and they finally pulled off the road, and I pulled up beside them and hit a dragonfly on my rod. And they said it was closed temporarily ahead of me for a tree down. So I went around, and they ended up following me out. I don't think they knew the way out of there. A lot of the cops don't know these back roads back here, unless they've had to call back here or something, but they're new to the area. I feel like a lot of our cops are. They don't know the roads yet. One more cast with this, and then I'm gonna do something else. I wish I could tell if that bait's helicoptering on it. Listen to this noisy dock. Love this dock, but daggone. That was better. All right. So that was 5 seconds. So that's with a 3/8 ounce weight, I believe I got on there, or maybe it's a quarter. We're probably looking at 6 feet, maybe. Deep right in there. They say it's 16 feet where the white pipe's sticking up. So, you know, it's pretty shallow back up in here. It's a spring-fed lake, so it stays a little cool even all through the summer. It's not too bad. If we get a rain, the temperature will drop in this lake by several degrees, just from one rain. So there's some stuff down there. I'm feeling it. Right in there, some brush or something. I know sometimes at the work days they'll load brush up in one of those John boats and drag it out there and dump it off. All right, let's try something else.